Sarajevo, 2014. 100 years after the beginning of the First World War. What are the lessons learned of these 100 years? 100 years of war, but also of reconciliation. How do young Europeans see the lessons of the last 100 years? The German embassy in Sarajevo, the Institute for Youth Development Kult, and the Franco-German Youth Office decided to find out. Their joint project was supported by the European Union.
It was not only to support the commemoration of the 100 years since the beginning of the First World War, but mostly it was about to show people that it is important to look into the future and to learn how to solve the conflicts and issues together.
For us in Germany, one of the lessons from the last 100 years is peace and reconciliation need more than just handshakes between diplomats, between politicians. What is needed is a network of personal contacts, of personal friendships, especially among young people. Therefore, for the commemoration of the 100th anniversary of the First World War in Sarajevo, we decided to focus on connecting young people in Bosnia and Herzegovina with young people abroad, with young people in the neighboring countries, in Germany and in the rest of Europe. So we invited young activists from all over Europe to a conference in Sarajevo to discuss what they see as the lessons from the last 100 years.
This program was adopted in the context of the European Union accession process because of course it will help Bosnia and Herzegovina on its path to the integration.
On 28th of June 2014, exactly 100 years after the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand in Sarajevo,
and more than 100 participants.
Youth Conference, MLADA EVROPA. It was opened by State Minister Michael Roth from Germany, State Minister Hélène Désir from France, and former High Representative Christian Schwarz-Schilling. They came not only to give speeches, but also to listen to young people.
We need more exchange. We should invite you to Germany or to France.
They listen young people about their dreams, their worries for the future, and their views of the world.
Many of the participants were in Sarajevo for the first time. So, in the beginning of the conference, we divided them in small multinational groups and gave each group questions to explore Sarajevo together.
We have all of this here, so we have all these questions.
We interviewed people on the street. We took pictures showing the historic landmarks of the city, but also portraying the culture of the city, its vibe and its society. As I am from Sarajevo myself, it made me very proud to see how people from all over Europe discovered my city and my country.
After exploring Sarajevo and other cities in Bosnia and Herzegovina, the participants of MLADA EVROPA came together to exchange their experiences and thoughts.
We had a huge variety of different workshops. It was very inspiring. Not only the participants, but also organizers from so many different countries, from Germany, Denmark, Macedonia, from all over Europe. Christine, for example, who is from Austria but lives in Banja Luka.
Draw whatever the sign that you get.
We had many serious discussions, but also lots of fun.
We didn't want to just organize a conference with a fixed schedule, fixed workshops.
Instead, we wanted the participants to decide themselves which topics they found interesting. With an open space conference, participants could freely decide exactly which topics they wanted to work with, sharing their most burning questions and how to make a better future.
Each participant could suggest topics for workshops. It sounds very chaotic, but it really worked well. We had so many different ideas.
Creativity, experience, history, art.
National youth projects.
Development. Cuisine in Sarajevo.
That contributes to peace, so
My idea.
And pertinent here in Bosnia.
Education.
It was interesting to see which topics participants found most interesting. So which topics did they choose?
The situation of refugees, hate speech, the rise of nationalism, and also topics like children's rights, electoral participation and education.
The workshop and discussions were great, but just as great were the parties and the concerts. I made new friends from so many different countries. All of us celebrating together in Sarajevo, it really felt like new European generation coming together.
No fun or a lot of fun, no work is in the middle, none of both is zero. Work. More work or more fun?
We have the chance to learn something new.
3, 2, 1.
During the final press conference, the participants had a chance to present their results and demands. It seemed like a normal press conference. But suddenly,
the participants decided to present their demands in a different way.
In the end, the participants presented a declaration with 3 main points. They demand a European Youth Office to bring young people from different countries together. They demand more programs to fight against xenophobia and nationalism. And they demand new tools to strengthen democracy and political participation.
Until April 2015, we will organize 3 national conferences in Bosnia and Herzegovina for youth officers and youth activists. They will take place in Mostar, Banja Luka and Tuzla, and these activists and youth officers will discuss about the topic youth and peace.
The embassy, cult and the Franco-German Youth Office did an amazing job. We had so many interesting discussions, so many new inspirations and ideas for new projects.
We want a common future in Europe, to leave behind the conflicts of the past, to build new friendships across national borders, across religious and ethnic borders.